Hi and welcome to my channel. So choosing the perfect career for yourself is the best thing that you can do for yourself and one of the most important decisions that you can make as a human being. Because look, almost everything in your life is not constant, it's temporary. But your career is something that is here to stay. Like people are gonna come into your life, they're gonna leave, but your career is going to stay. So I shared a video on here a few days ago and there's been overwhelming response and people saying, Melvis, can you share a video on how to choose a career, especially for those of us that are in the UK or planning to move to the UK? So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So obviously, if you haven't joined this family, take this opportunity now to hit the subscribe button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. Like I've said, your career, especially in a country like the UK, is going to be huge. Recently, also with the government laws, rules, and policies when it comes to immigration, if you're not earning at least £38,700 per year as your basic salary, you will not be able to bring any dependents with you to live in the UK. What this means is that for you to earn a salary of 38,700 pounds, it cannot be entry level for many of the jobs. For many jobs that we do, that is more of a senior position, which means you need to choose a career that you're able to excel in and that you're able to progress in that career. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And I do have a free newsletter. I've dropped the link in the comment section below where I share information such as what I'm sharing in today's video, information about free visa sponsorship opportunities, jobs, to move to the UK or to switch your visa if you're already in this amazing country without spending thousands of pounds, spending millions of money with nothing to show for it in the end. I also share info about career progression pathways and opportunities that exist in the UK that you can pursue in order to keep enhancing your skills, your knowledge, and your possibilities. Look, if when you join that newsletter, it won't take you 20 seconds. You drop your name and email, and you're part of it. And the reason I'm passionate about all of these things is because that's how I started my own UK journey. I was a carer in a nursing home. I've done domiciliary care, I've done living care, I've done support work, I've done all sorts. And then I thought, look, 16,000 per year, it's not enough. So I transitioned into nursing and now I work as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. So when it comes to career progression, it's something that I have dedicated the last 13 years of my UK journey progressing in my career. So I'm sharing with you practical things that I've done as well and not just, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. So, what is the first thing that you should consider when you're thinking about your career? Look, the first thing is the environment. The environment in which you are is very different. Let me give you an example. In the UK, for example, I did my training in the UK and I now work as a nurse. If I was back home, for example, in my home country, I would not study nursing because it's the environment. You know, I would never have considered studying nursing in my home country and working as a nurse for a single day. Never. Which means that the environment is a big factor for you. But then moving to the UK, studying nursing in the UK is something that I'm like, actually, it is worth my time because I can progress to the most senior clinical nursing position and be able to feel fulfilled within the career, something that maybe elsewhere I wouldn't be able to do for various reasons. So you can see the environment is very important. So it is not about a passion or a dream or about you. You need to think about your environment. If you're choosing a career, the environment should play a massive part. People talk about passion. Passion is the worst reason to choose a career, especially if you're choosing a career that doesn't work within the environment in which you are. For example, in the UK, what you're going to realize, and by the way, I do have a career coaching program. I've dropped a link in the description box below or the about section of this YouTube channel. If you're watching this video, that program is going to be 100% perfect for you, whether it's for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones. You 100% want to check it out. I offer personalized, tailored, individualized and one-to-one support with career progression in the UK, getting free visa sponsorship opportunities. You're looking for jobs with the NHS. You're looking to transition from, say, domiciliary care or care home to the NHS. You're looking for apprenticeships where they'll pay you and pay your tuition fees so you have the privilege of progressing in your career and studying and working at the same time. With free UK visa sponsorship, I offer personalized guidance with that. NHS supporting information. How should you position yourself so that you stand out from all the noise? You know what I mean? Thousands of people that are applying. Again, that's something that I offer. So you 100% want to check that out. Like I say, if you check the link on the description box below or the about section of this channel, you're going to find that. Also, if you check my newsletter in the comment section, it's got my contact details, it's my WhatsApp number, as well as my email address. So do get in contact with me ASAP if you need support with any of these things that I've mentioned. If you've got any questions, concerns, that you're like, hey Mel, this is you're talking, I thought about XYZ, and then we'll kind of get started from there and see how to proceed. So these are some of the opportunities that are available and some of the tools that are out there to support you. And so when you're choosing a career as well, this is to say that there are people out there that you can talk to. There are tools that are available to support you, and you should make use of those tools. Look at the employability rate. When I say employability rate, I don't mean from the university website if you want to study. I mean employability rate as in real life. Have they got vacancies in that field? Are there people doing that job? What is going on in the real world when it comes to that job? As you know, there's artificial intelligence right now, AI, which robots are on the way apparently. It's not apparently actually, because if you look at the banking sector, most of the UK banks have closed the branches because they don't need physical human beings there. I haven't been to my bank for over 10 years now. I've not physically walked into a bank for 10 years, but I have all the services that I need. That's an example. So if you wanted to choose a career, say in banking or in finance, you need to think well. If you want to choose a career in healthcare, for example, and why is it that healthcare ends up having such opportunities is because you need physical human beings in order to do the work. You can't just put a robot and say, oh, are you going to wash this person? Are you going to help with personal care? Are you going to, do, like, there's so much they can do. So you need to be very strategic and also check the current trends or recent trends in order for you to choose a career. But let me tell you the most important thing, and that's because you've watched right up till now. By the way, if you're enjoying this content, hit the like button. It lets me know you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more. Also share it with your friends, colleagues, loved ones, so they're aware of some of these tips, and hopefully they can help them in order to enhance their own careers and their own journeys. So the most important thing with choosing a career is looking into the future. You need to look, when you look at yourself 10 years from today, 20 years from today, what do you see yourself doing? If you're currently working, for example, as a carer you're doing domiciliary care, when you look at yourself 10 years from today, 20 years from today, do you see yourself doing what you're doing now? If the answer is yes, you're on the right path. If the answer is no, you must make a U-turn into wherever you see yourself. So forecasting into the future is the best way for you to choose a career. It's not now, because now you're still strong. You're probably, well, not probably, you're definitely younger. You're stronger. As you're aging, what do you see yourself doing? Excuse me, where do you see yourself? If you're a qualified nurse and you're working, bedside nursing on the ward, do you see yourself doing that until you retire at the age of 67? Do you see yourself somewhere else? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself when you're thinking about, your career. Where do you see yourself 10, 20, 30 years from today? The further afield you can look, the better the quality of your decision making. For me personally, I'm somebody that when I look into the future, apart from the fact that I'm a huge advocate when it comes to early retirement, I'm on a mission to retire as early as possible, and I'm very close to that because I have quite a few side hustles that I do, work from home opportunities. I get into all sorts of things, and so I earn a whole lot of money from these other opportunities that I do, and it's because I want to retire early. When I look into the future, I don't see myself employed and working. You know what I mean? I see myself doing my own thing. So that's what really pushes me to be able to stay motivated and to be able to keep progressing in my career as high as possible and as quickly as possible. Again, some people would argue that time doesn't matter. You should take your time, but that's a personal choice. That's individual choice depending on where you see yourself 10, 20 years from today. If you are, whatever it is you're doing, leave that in the comment section below. Where do you see yourself 10, 15, 20 years from today? Do you see yourself doing exactly what you're doing now? Or do you see yourself in a completely different scenario and situation? You're on the right path if you see yourself doing what you're doing now. Otherwise, you need a change. You need to progress. You need different roles, different opportunities, different experiences, different people to interact with. You need different things to be able to motivate you and to push you to keep striving for the best. So, pay is the least and the last thing to consider when you're actually thinking about what career to have, because some of the highest paying careers or jobs are not very reachable for the average people. So you need to try and find somewhere. I'm not saying settle for less, by the way, that's not the same thing. It doesn't mean you should settle for less, but I mean you need to look at the environmental factors, your personal skills, your knowledge, your interest as well. But again, passion is one of the worst reasons to choose a career. Like I said, in the UK, I'm a nurse. If I was back home, I would never consider nursing as a career. That is the truth. That is the reality. Because of the environment in which I make different choices. If I went back home today, I would make a different career choice for myself. I would not be working as a nurse like I'm doing in the UK. If I went to, I don't know, a different place, I would have to act according to that environment. And that's why that cultural appropriation is the most important ingredient for success. When you go to Rome, do what the Romans do. That's what they say. So you need to do your research well, and make sure that you are getting into a career that is lucrative and has potential in the place where you're living. So again, it is what it is. So what do you think about this, by the way? For you, what is the most important thing when choosing a career? What is the most important point to consider? What is the most important ingredient? Is it to earn a lot of money? Is it to have more free time? Is it to have time off when you want to? Is it more holidays? Is it more pay? Is it more benefits such as pension, maternity leave, sick leave? What are the things that you consider absolutely non-negotiable and an absolute must for a successful career? So for me, it's looking deep into the future and seeing that what you're doing now is that where you see yourself. If the answer is no, you need to make hay while the sun shines, because time waits for nobody. If you're not doing anything, you're going to stay stuck. It's not worth it. So these are just some of those tips. And if you're part of my coaching program, we do go into a lot of detail, in all of this during those live sessions, tailoring it to your specific circumstances. How can you progress from where you are now to move to the next stage? What do you need to progress? So we go through all of that. So if it's something that you're keen on, definitely check out my private coaching program in the description box below, or the about section of this channel, and 100% join. I've also linked up this video just to give you more information about opportunities that are currently available so you can explore and pursue them. So check out this video right here.